be honest with you, I knew Alex before we actually met. Our friend knew her really well, and I asked my friend to sort of ask, can I have a number to phone her up, and she refused. So I just done it off my own back and tried my luck. Got speaking to her. She wasn't coming across at first. She was playing hard to get.
I'd seen him around like Liverpool a few times, and I knew his friends, and he was just one of them really. And then we seen each other in a club, and I hate talking about this. It's so embarrassing. And that was it really. And then I knew his friend, so his friend got my number, and it was just one of them. And then he phoned me, and then we went on a date.
Big smiles, big smiles. We get hit around.
I think she did who it was, but she wasn't, pretty sure. So that was really my excuse when I phoned her. I said, well, you don't know who I am, so meet me and try and find out.
To be honest, when I first met him, he was that not cheeky, but just really confident, you know what I mean? I thought, as of now, he was just he didn't shut up. He come to my mum's because I was babysitting, and he just told me he was coming, and I'm like, I was going home now. Because I thought I hadn't even met him before, and the last thing, I think, when you first meet someone is to be stuck in a house, babysitting, and you've never met before, do you know what I mean? It's just at least if you're out and you're around other people having a meal, it's a bit more relaxed, isn't it? But the two of us are just sitting there like that. And but now I knew I liked him straight away, because he weren't cocky or not, and he was just a bit, what's it called? Competent.
It's harassment, I think. It's just loads and loads of phone calls and stuff like that. And my friend also helped, who knew her. He was sort of trying to persuade her, but I got there in the end.
It wasn't easy now. Yeah.
I think she likes footballers, but she doesn't know much about football, so...
I still don't really know the rules, to be honest. I don't know. I know bits and bobs of the game, but... I don't know. I don't think most girls now, do they?
Come and say hello. Come and say hello, look. Oh, you're going shy, me girl. You've been in school today, haven't you?
Alex has recently discovered that she's pregnant with her second child, but for now, Liliella has Stephen all to herself.
She's 21 months now. She's going to be 2 in February, so she's getting big and cheeky, and she's starting to talk a lot, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment, being a dad.
Lily loves him. All she says is his name, so, and he's dead hands-on and that. He always taking her out and doing things with her, so she loves it.
Come on, you can count to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! Clap hands now because you've done it right.
I do mucking around the house with changing nappies and dressing her, washing her, brushing her teeth, and just getting involved in being a dad. I love it. When I'm on the telly, she shouts me and she goes to the telly and kisses the telly and stuff, but she doesn't understand what she's in for when she's a bit older. Yeah, we've got another one on the way, and I needed a couple more bedrooms.
I feel like I've been pregnant for years. It's because I found out quite early as well. I found out when I was about 5 weeks, was it?
It's going really well. Alex is feeling fine. We've had the first scan, the 3-month scan, and touch wood, everything's fine. People say to me, do you want a lad next? And to be honest with you, if I'm honest, I'd probably prefer another girl. The way Lily is with me, and she's a daddy's girl, and I'd like her to have another girl to play with, and then maybe if we try again, the third one to be a boy.
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered if I have another girl. I'm be made up with a boy or a girl, but I'd like a boy as well, because I know that he will want a boy. I know he does want a boy, so he's told me that he wants a boy. He wants a boy because of his football and.
Liverpool in the Champions League. Calm, calculating, efficient. They stifle the life out of Chelsea and do just enough to put the rest away. For all their teams labouring in the league, European nights remain special to Liverpool.
We're flying in Europe at the minute, you know. I think teams are actually turning up against us and fearing us now in Europe because they know we're such a good side. If we can transform that form into the Premier League, I think this season will turn out to be a good one.
I think every club wants to be the best club in Europe, and they realise that the Champions League is the most important competition. If you win that, you've got the bragging rights for a full year to say you're European champions. I mean, every league game, every cup game, our fans' first song is "We are the champions of Europe." So, it gives the fans that proud feeling to know that their team is supporting is the best team in Europe.
Istanbul is still fresh in the memory. No need now for last-ditch heroics. Liverpool had topped their group with something to spare.
Oh, he's awesome. He's awesome. He takes control. I think he should be captain, really.
I think Steven Gerrard is probably one of our most talented midfield players that we've got.
Well, I'm a Liverpool fan, mate, so what do you reckon? Star man? Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a friendly. We said that a lot with Sven, and they are friendlies normally with Sven, but this is England and Argentina. I don't know any other game that England are involved with, including Germany, including Scotland, that arouses so much sort of tension and edge.
We didn't know until after the game, we did, that they were singing and dancing on the bus and saying some derogatory things towards the wives and girlfriends. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I wish we did see it before the game because I think it would have given us an even extra boost. Not that we needed it. Everyone was up for it, we wanted to beat them. We'd been criticised in previous friendlies for not showing enough fight.
England being stretched back here. Cross comes in, might be a chance. It's a goal for Argentina, and it's Hernan Crespo. Argentina have the breakthrough after 34 minutes.
I don't think England v Argentina is ever going to be a friendly. Everyone was up for it, we wanted to beat them. We'd been criticised in previous friendlies for not showing enough fight, and I think we showed everything we can possibly show.
Looking for Beckham here, nice fit, real shot, Wayne Rooney! England have equalised, and it's Wayne Rooney with the goal after 38 minutes. Not the best defending by Argentina.
I think what's going to be very interesting for Steven Gerrard is how he fits into a system which has Ledley King as the anchorman, because in a way that should release Steven Gerrard to go and do what he does best, which is bombing forward from midfield, pinging in these sort of Hollywood passes and these extraordinary shots that he can do. You got to listen to the cop in full voice to realise, what his greatest strength is.
Steven Gerrard needs a decent ball in. It's not a bad one in. Free header. Michael Owen has equalised. We've played nearly 87 minutes. He's not had one of his better games today, but that's what Michael Owen's in the side for. Give him one chance and he'll score.
The Argentina game was anything but friendly, but it was a performance which gave England belief.
Cole, good trickery again. Over comes the cross, headed chance, England are in front. Michael Owen. England have won this game surely now in injury time, and it's Michael Owen with a second goal made by Joe Cole. The England fans are going absolutely mad. What an extraordinary finish to this game.
It was magnificent to play in. These are the games you want to play in, exciting games. It would have been nice not to concede any goals, but it was a tremendous game to play in, and I personally enjoyed it, and all the lads are buzzing in there. We can go on about personnel and systems all day, but when you go across that white line, you need a team spirit and you need an attitude, whereas if you do go behind, you need to show some togetherness and spirit, and that's what we've shown tonight.
Where were the lads, where were the mates, where's Gratty and the rest of them?
The boys will be at home cheering me on, I hope, and I'm sure I'll have a load of text messages and phone calls now when I get on the bus.
Win, lose or draw, there's always someone there to offer support. Time to meet his best mate, Gratty.
Hi, I'm Paul McGrattan. You don't know who I am. But you will do soon. This
is Paul McGrattan, my friend.
I've probably mentioned it about 3 million times that I want to be an actor.
He actually thinks he's been in films.
He's convinced he's been in a few and he's convinced he's going to be in more. Explain that.
But you will do soon.
How many films have you been
In this country, no. Done a couple in
soaps?
Done a couple in Slovakia.
He's a very good friend of mine, and he loves football himself. He loves supporting me, and you know the relationship I've got with him is getting better and better and stronger. You know I can tell him anything, I can trust him 100%, and he's just a friend that I've become really close with recently. He's always there for me if I need him, if I need someone to talk to, if I'm feeling a bit down. You know, he's really close, and as I said to you, I can tell him anything. He'll do anything for me, and vice versa.
Hi, I'm Paul McGrattan. You don't. Ned's laughing in the background! Basically, it's borders on babysitting. He needs everything. He's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's run his life.
Where are we going to get some lunch from? You feel like a sandwich or something, me.
So I know those, see the one, the white icing, the ice from the cream in? Yeah, you got 2 of them. And the yellow one as well, the yellow icing.
Because of all the stuff I've took on off the pitch, I needed someone local to go with me to certain things to make sure they go well. Now, because he is quite clued up on the football side of it and what's right and wrong.
Take 2.
He does all my family. I'll make sure that everyone, you know, the sick kids and stuff, if I need to phone people, if I need to go and visit people in hospitals, he'll organise at all times and stuff, and he'll run like a diary and make sure, you know, because it's easy for something to slip or forget to phone someone back, and you come across as, you know, I think, you know, I want to make sure that I come across the right person and do the right things, and you're right along the lines of he helps run the whatever you want to call it. But I mean, if something came up where he could, you know, he could improve his job or, you know, start off on something, I wouldn't say, oh no, you're doing that for me. You know, I'd say to him, go and do it. And you know, I'd love him to maybe get a little bit of a break in something that he really does want to do. But I know he enjoys being involved in what he's doing now.
Hi, I'm Paul McGrattan, you're watching Steven Gerrard's story, and then as you're walking out, I reckon you turn around and you give it the finger and give it you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. This is just the start or something like that.
Yeah.
Come on, improvise, you're meant to be an actor.
I started doing like this engineering job. I was the worst engineer ever. Charlie comes, my old boss, who I don't think speaking to me now, but he was misunderstanding that with his daughter. Sort of bad where they got called off, I got to blame, I don't know. But I was a bad engineer anyway. Telecoms, I was so bad. My brother still does it now.
This interview is bombing. Got to step it up, bombing.
Not bombing, is it?
No more.
Thanks, Ned. Sorry about that, Andy. Can we switch his microphone off? Is that 5 minutes? Is that possible? Go on.
So, you know, do you think people just go and do things straight away? I'm not, what's his name, Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, I would do, yeah, to be honest. It's something I'd like to. How can we do this with him in there? It's something that I'd like to have a go at, and if it's no good, then move on and, you know, do something easier. Football agent or financial advisor or presenter play.
Well, what do you want to be? Actor, agent, financial advisor?
If you listen, I said I'd like a go, and if I can't do it, I'd move on to something easier, like an agent or a financial advisor or presenter.
I'm the puppet, you're pulling this thing, do you remember that?
You know, if someone says to me, look, no, you're crap, you're never going to do it, then I'll...
Has anyone ever told you that before, or...?
No, well I haven't really, you know, you don't know till you try, do you?
Have you been told you've got potential, or...?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you right?
Yeah. Ned.
But you will do soon. Yeah, deadpan. But you will do soon.
What level are you going to try and hit? What are your heights? What are your ambitions?
Well, obviously, aim high, innit? You know, someone said to you...
Keep the dream alive.
Someone said to you when you signed pro, look at what you want to do. You wouldn't say, well, have a year there and go to Berry. No disrespect to Berry, and just, you know, you said, well, I want to stay there and win trophies, which you did, so...
Sure.
What's the point? You did, so there you go.
Pipe dreams are good.
Hi, I'm Paul McGrattan. You don't know who I am.
Oh, he's cats!
What road are you going to go down? Soap? Film?
No, I'm not soap, no.
Film?
Film, yeah.
Oh, you're not playing games, are you?
No. Hi, I'm Paul McGrattan.
You don't know who I am. But you will do soon.
That was horrendous! That was bad!
That was the most boring interview I've ever seen.
That's what he wanted. He wanted me.
Fact.
Sometimes these things are hard to explain, but for whatever reason, Liverpool's malaise on the domestic scene suddenly evaporated.
We're playing really well. We're not conceding goals. I think that's 5-6 clean sheets on the spin now. So, yeah, we're playing well. The team spirit's good. Everyone's happy.
As autumn turned to winter, Liverpool turned the screw, eking out the goals for and quite simply eliminating goals against. They played 11 games without conceding one, a new club record. They notched up 36 points in the league from a possible 36. The captain was clearly having fun.
I'm enjoying it because we're winning. It's the most important thing. My form's okay. I'm getting a lot of chances on goal as well, so yeah, things are good.
And in January, a hero returned.
I knew a couple of weeks before. I knew the rumours, obviously, because of living in the area and stuff, and everyone was talking about it. But the manager asked to speak to me and Jamie Carragher about the situation, and asked us what we thought, and we give our honest opinion on it, which was obviously private and confidential between the four walls of his office. And a couple of weeks later, Robbie was there in a Liverpool shirt, and it was brilliant to see. Robbie was my captain when he left. I was still a young lad. I just won the treble and just establishing myself, and Robbie was the captain. He was the top man about, and he still is now. I still look up to Robbie, and it's still great to have him about. He's a great character around the place, and he's a legend to me because I'm a Liverpool fan, but also playing alongside him is a great buzz. He's a legend.
Alright mate, you look after them if I get in here. Take care mate.
I will, Steve.
See you later. Get in the warm.
I'm going now. Love you, Steve.
Ta-ra mate. Baz, yeah. He's a face you see every day around the training ground. He's been coming for years. Top man.
He's not a bad looking lad, is he?
Average the shout was last week.
No, you're not ugly.
You said I've got no colour to me hair.
You got a funny, yeah. It's not brown. It's not fair. It's neither in or there. But you're not bad. You're not ugly. The gays like him. The gays love him. He was gay. He was gay man 2005. He was.
Proud of that.
Who won it this year?
Don't know.
Do you win it again? We just don't know yet.
I don't think I've had it for the full year yet.
Haven't you?
No, still enjoying the title. Don't want to be getting too close to him, he's got a spot on his eye, and don't be zooming in on it.
I'm on the right side.
Saying that, he's off the market now, he's dating, aren't you? Have you told him about you?
If you go down here, this is back towards Eighton down here.
Dating now, Gratty. Just fell off the map, Just
early days.
2 dates and he's in love, and it's...
Early days.
What do you mean early days? Has she stayed over?
I don't think my mic's on. Sorry?
She stayed over?
Who?
Michelle, isn't it?
Oh, names.
I won't name second names. There's loads of Michelles. It could be anyone.
She stayed late, yeah.
Did she? Separate rooms, or?
Of course. Catholic.
Sure. Last week it was all I'm in love, and
Oh, don't. That's.
I have to put up with all this, excuse me, all this shit all the time about, I can't get a bed. He's met this Michelle, and it's curtains over, off the map. In love. Doesn't shut up about this Michelle. I've only ever seen her once. She is a nice looking girl, to be fair, but...
So do I talk about it all the time, be honest?
It's usually football all the time, but it's like things he's stato, but now it's just Michelle. So come on then, tell us a bit about her. Tell us how she looks, what she's like, why you like her.
She looks good.
Out of 10?
Oh, 2.8.
What do you mean 2.8? She can only have one mark.
Both was an 8.
Oh, you're giving yourself an 8
No,
as well?
I'm not an 8 now.
Right, yeah. What's she out of 10? 8?
8 out of 10.
Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, take an 8.
Got high hopes for this one though, haven't you?
We'll see how it goes, innit? Don't just go with the flow. This one, don't get carried away. You always get carried away.
Don't get carried away. You took over 4 meals in a week.
2 meals in 2 weeks.
Should we put weight on that poor girl?
Tell you.
Steven Gerrard is getting ready to go to Germany to try and win the World Cup. Today is the day he joins up with his England teammates after the greatest season of his career. It all started only a matter of weeks after lifting the European Cup. And at the halfway point, Liverpool have set a new club record for consecutive clean sheets, and they're still punching their weight in all the major competitions. Away from football, Alex is still busy modelling, even though their second child is due in just a few months' time.
Good start. Can you get around?
Steven is still working on his acting career, while his best mate Gratty is still trying to get his started.
Yeah, deadpan. But you will do soon.
As his football gets better and better, so more and more people want a piece of him. Another day, another film set.
10 sort of Men of 2005 issue where we want to highlight the sort of main, most influential headliners and heroes of the year, and obviously Steven Gerrard, the Champions League win and the whole run through that tournament was probably one of the greatest sort of single performances by a footballer over the course of that season.
There is a sense that this, this could be his year, even more than last year was. It's the fact I think that he's still at Liverpool. Nearly went, didn't, and I think there's that sense that he's kind of just stayed true to Liverpool and seeing it through. He has got a style of play that I think appeals to people who've sort of followed English football down the years. I mean, it's very full on, it's very aggressive. There's a passion and a commitment there. And he's kind of, Ericsson himself has said that if you analyse all different parts of his game, he's kind of got it all.
I mean, he's become a footballing hero beyond Liverpool, I think, which is the main thing.
There's still a place there for the story, if you like, the narrative of somebody who's born locally, raised locally, comes from a working class background, makes it big. And there's still with him, because he's still only 25, the sense that he can make it an awful lot bigger.
There's an honestness about the way he plays and the way he carries himself afterwards, after games and post-match interviews as well, and because I think it's quite easy for a lot of footballers these days to kind of start to believe what people say about them.
It's difficult for local boys to not only make good but to stay on the right path, particularly if you're from a city like Liverpool. But he's come on leaps and bounds, and I think that being made captain, and you can see that Gerard Houllier has had a big influence on his life in terms of the way he is as a player, because he now tries to be a decent human being first, and then of course the football follows, whereas before with footballers it's all about playing well and doing great things, whereas Steven has matured immensely. He is the most important player that Liverpool have. He could be the most important player that England has. In my opinion, he's the most complete midfield player in Europe. If you look at attacking midfield players with Zidane and Ronaldinho, and if you look at defensive midfield players like Makaleli, creative midfield players of the passing of Beckham, he can do it all. And for me, he is the most complete midfield player in the world.
I'm not saying nothing bad about the media. I don't really enjoy being in the front side of the newspapers. I'd much prefer to be in the back. So I try and behave off the pitch and stick in my own circles where I know I won't get into trouble, and I'll come across as a good professional.
Looking forward to it?
I am actually. Should be alright. A lot of the kids involved, so it should be okay.
You just never think he was a star, and he's just very normal. So he does not like any sort of attention at all. We just like play his football, and that's it.
And action.
But he's quite a difficult person to get to know, really. If you see him from the outside, looking in, you wouldn't get, there's like 5 barriers before you know you get near him, and he's really tough to get to know. But when you know him, he's a special person.
He's got this thing about washing his hands about 15 times a day.
Washes his hands all the time. You won't believe.
Yeah, he's got something wrong with him. If sometimes when you've got makeup on and like a girl like scratches a face or something, like you might get a bit of makeup in your nail. Well, like if he sees that in my nail, which I won't have even noticed, he'll like get my hands and go, "What's that in your nail? Go and wash your hands now."
You won't believe. Do you know what? How long we've known him? I've only just picked up on it.
He's lying, you know. It's not an obsession, really.
If he picks up a piece of paper, an apple, a bottle, if he goes, obviously go for the toilet, you do anyway. Whatever he does, I start following now. We might actually, I should have told you before, actually, we'll get one in somewhere and he'll sneak off.
See, all done.
He's like a bit of a woman like that, yeah. No, but I mean, for like, he is quite, he'll go, "What's that on there?" You know, like there's like a little mark somewhere off the baby, and sometimes I wouldn't even, he'll go, "What's that? Why is that there?" And he is quite like, obsessed, yeah.
And we had to go to the chemist last week and get stuff because his hands were just falling off. They're just flaking. He won't take a throw one day and his skin will be everywhere because they're just flaking away.
He goes to me, "When I met you, I thought you were spotless. You're a little tramp." He goes, "You minty." Knows what greasy hair, you never get your hair done.
Like that scrubbing away, I said, "Calm down." Or so that's one of his traits.
I've got nice hands.
I've got nice hands.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more.
Fucking hell, you done a whole tape there, you boring man.
Early in 2006, the Champions League got serious. The knockout stages. Liverpool were handed a kind draw. They're fully expected to stroll past Benfica. The first leg in Portugal tore apart their optimism.
The game was a 0-0 game, really. They weren't causing us many problems, and we watched a load of videos on their set pieces and their strengths and weaknesses, so it was a bit disappointing to concede a goal off a nothing set piece, really. So much at stake. I mean, these fans want to experience Istanbul again, so I'm sure they're going to bring the roof down, and as a player, I mean, these are the games you want to play in, and you can't wait for it. You do fear, coming off that pitch at the end of it, on the wrong end of a result, and you're out of the European Cup. So yeah, there's elements of fear, but once you're in the tunnel, you try and think positively beforehand. You think of all the things you've done to prepare the training, what the manager's told you, and you have to just make sure that your game's right, and you have to play for the team. This is to progress into the last 8 of the Champions League, the best 8 teams in Europe.
The floodlights glared, the cop expected, but the more Liverpool pushed, the less they looked like scoring. Just before half-time, Simão broke free and blew the game apart. In the end, Benfica rubbed their noses in it. The European dream was over.
I personally think we went out of the European Cup because of the results in Benfica. Because I just think we could have approached the second game a lot more positive, and we could have been a lot more cautious and careful if we were 0-0 from the first leg. When you're 1-0 down and you go into a game knowing you've got to score 2 goals, you take more risks, and I think that's why Benfica scored a goal at Anfield, because we were pushing to try and get that first goal. And when you're 2-0 down, you've got to score 3 goals against a side like Benfica. They don't give much away anyway. They kept a clean sheet against United. They done well at Old Trafford. you start to worry and you know you're not gonna do it as the time's going closer to 90 minutes. I went for a few drinks after the Benfica game, just because I knew I'd been up late, so I had a few drinks to help me sleep and drown my sorrows really. Just went with the boys for a couple of pints, just to try and get that game out the system as quick as possible. It's either that or drive yourself mad in the house.
48 hours later, Liverpool Airport. Stephen is flying to Paris, where he has to hand back the European Cup.
On our way over to Paris to hand the Champions League trophy back. Obviously we keep last year's because it was the 5th time. But we're going to hand the new one back over. But I'd much prefer to be in the draw to try and win it again this season. But unfortunately we got knocked out, so it helps me get over it actually. You know, after the game you need to be around your friends and family, you talk about the game and stuff, but you know, it's people like that help you get over defeat. Might be a few cheeky women about. How fat his ass is, look. That's why he's on a diet, look. How fat his ass is.
Oh, clippage.
Some place, this, isn't it? Who do you think will win it this year?
Voor mij filosofie op voetbal is Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. Really strong this team. Good team. Good team.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want something?
No, we're fine. Grazie. Thank you all to me phone for me.
Thanks on Charles.
Yeah. And my khaki.
That's absolutely cold to me.
I'll take them back off. She wants up being on stage. It's like the elbow doing the chandeliers in it, isn't it? I was like this.
You're ready now. Okay, calm down.
So we are delighted to welcome you to Paris and to the beautiful City Hall for this historic UEFA Champions League Cup handover and draw ceremony. Stephen Gerrard. Took the cup back for good to Anfield. It's a great feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a special feeling to win the cup 5 times and to have one your own. But hopefully next year we'll do a bit better than this year.
We are sure you will.
I just kept looking at her, and I thought she's not right. She was like wobbling and slurring her speech, and her eyes were gone. And I tried to get the guy's attention to say, "Oh, she's gone. She's finished." Nightmare.
Voilà, je le remets là.
Still can't get over that. Fighting. I was dying to laugh, I was looking at you two were both laughing and I was thinking I can't look at them.
Did you see me then? You know, George was going, oh, that was the best thing ever did.
She got 8.5 in the second one.
She's very good standing up. First one was like Rocky 2, it just wouldn't go down. You were like, hold on, you're thinking, oh, go down, just go down. Look up Big John text. Even money, she faints again, 20 to 1, the skipper catches her.
He'd have lost his money, wouldn't he? Like the woman who's presenting the show, she just fainted right in front of me. I couldn't know, she just went, her legs just went. She just started panicking, and the next thing, she just went bump and hit the stage, like, I can't believe that's just happened to me.
Do you know what, you are gonna... The thing is, you'll be the brunt of the jokes, not her. The internet will be all sorts on it now, Gerrard, please, on present.
Feel like I've been to see the FA for like a ban or something, you know what I mean? This is what it's like, when you just got a 3-game ban. Still haven't recovered from that. Stade de France. Lovely, innit? Good luck to have took the Reds to the final there.
Back in the Premier League and Manchester United, one of the most important games of the season. The two most successful clubs in the history of English football, more than just a matter of local pride. It was a tight game. Liverpool were undone by a late goal. And while Rio Ferdinand celebrated with his teammates, Gary Neville ran the length of the pitch and punched out his delight in front of the visiting supporters.
To be honest with you, I didn't know he'd done it during the game, but I haven't seen it on the TV. I think his reaction was a bit over the top. I'm sure he's regretting that now.
The hollowness which follows defeat, especially to opponents who arouse so much ill feeling, is something which Stephen has always struggled with.
The boys come into the dressing room, they're disappointed and they're shouting, they're kicking things, throwing the boots off, but it's just the way you react, and some people react different than others. But yeah, I've gone a little bit over the top sometimes and through a few things, yeah. It was disappointing for the run to come and end at Old Trafford and stuff, and it took us a while getting over it, and the results were affected from that defeat, I think. Yeah, I just come out normally as I do, to line up and obviously wait for the referees to give us the nod to go out, and usually, you shake hands with the captain or if there's any other English players, and then you usually shake hands with the mascots normally, but I was switched off at the time and the Chelsea mascot had me. Where I went to shake his hand and he gave it that one. But I think it was definitely something to do with John Terry or Lovejoy. I'd obviously had a word in this little kid's ear beforehand and told them to have me because they knew I would have shook hands with him. I'm really cautious now though from now on.
In February they lost at the home of the runaway leaders Chelsea too. Then March saw them visit Arsenal. Another big game and another close encounter, and once more it didn't end well for Liverpool or for Stephen.
I made a kamikaze mistake by trying to pass back to the keeper. I never seen Henry and he latched onto it, went round the keeper. It's the second time I've done that to him. He's quite clever, and I thought I'd have learned from it from the first time, but I've made the same mistake twice.
Where had Liverpool's form gone? At moments such as this, Stephen has to dig deep.
When you're the captain of Liverpool Football Club, it's not just the captain when you put the armband on the pitch, it's off the pitch, around the training ground, it's around the stadium, it's when you're at home, it's when you're doing everything every day in your life. You've got a responsibility, you're the captain of Liverpool Football Club, you've got to make sure you give it your best shot. It was only yesterday I had a chat with the assistant manager and we were talking about the captaincy, and he was saying to me there's things I still need to improve on, and I never took that in a bad way. I took it as a positive thing because I am only 25, and the idea is to get better as a captain and get better as a player. There's two sides of being a captain, there's obviously your quality, you set an example to the rest of your teammates, the way you play, how you approach games and your attitude, and I don't really think I've got a problem on that side of it because I'm confident that I am a good player and I can lead by example, but there's also a responsibility of protecting my teammates and being better with them off the pitch. Protecting them from when we do get beat and when players are not playing well, and being more of a leader with them and protecting them more. If someone misses a chance or I miss a chance, I feel it because, I'm there as well, but that's where I've got to stop and realise and think if someone misses a chance or does a bad pass, I've got to stop and think, you're the captain. Don't go against them and make them feel worse, make them feel better by trying to encourage them. And I feel as if that side of the captaincy I'm getting better on.